Yosemite.
Let me get my agenda out.
I'm easy. I don't speak too good.
Memorize? It's pretty short.
Yes, it is. Thank God for the small favors.
So we can get this in 10.
Jen, are we ready?
Let's go for the
10.
record.
Well, rewind it. You ready? Excuse me. Welcome to the Tuesday, September 4th, 2012 Village of Peoria Heights Board of Trustees meeting. Meeting is now called to order. Would you please rise and join us in the pledge of the flag? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Present.
Trustee Carter.
Present.
Trustee Fuller. Trustee Reichert.
Present.
Trustee Gett.
Present.
Trustee Cumming.
Present.
Okay, thank you very much. First order of business tonight is the approval of the Board of Trustees minutes for the August 21st meeting. Are there any changes that need to be made to the minutes as submitted?
I move to approve.
Have a motion from Trustee Gett.
Second.
Have a second from Trustee Reichert. All those in favor of approving the Board of Trustees minutes for the August 21st meeting as submitted by Administrator Fick, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Okay, thank you. The ayes have it, and the board has approved the minutes from the August 21st meeting as submitted. Next order of business tonight is correspondence with our village clerk, Shauna Musselman.
I have no correspondence this evening.
Okay, thank you. No announcements that I can recall right now, so we'll move on to trustee reports, and Trustee Fuller is not with us tonight, so Chief, any information regarding the ambulance service?
I have no report this evening, Mayor. The only thing, just the structural changes that we discussed at the committee meeting, they've been implemented. Things are going well.
Okay, thank you. Any questions at all for Chief Sutton regarding the ambulance service? Okay, thank you again. We'll move to Public Works with Trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I have two things. First is the usual message. We have wood chips. If anyone would like wood chips, they are available. They're free. They're down on Cox Street. The second thing is we will begin hydrant flushing the week of October 8th. And I will get the information as to exactly what time and where at. We don't have it yet, but we will be publishing it.
Okay,
And that's all.
thank you. Any questions at all for Trustee Harn? Thank you again. We'll go to Administration Personnel with Trustee Reichert.
Thank you, Mayor. I have one announcement. The departmental meetings will move back to the fourth Tuesday of the month now that we are in September. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Any questions at all for Trustee Reichert? Okay, thank you again. We'll go to Economic Development, Village Improvements with Trustee Carter.
Thank you. I just want to remind everybody, we're going to have a busy weekend this weekend. On the 8th, the Can Do Walk starts at 9, and on Sunday, the MS Walk, it starts at 10. So busy weekend for the Heights.
Okay, thank you. Any questions at all for Trustee Carter? Thanks again. We'll go to the Police Department with Trustee Cumming.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. A couple items this evening. First off, I'd like to thank everyone that showed up to the Neighborhood Watch meeting for August. Officer Powers was there with Achilles, and they did a demonstration. Achilles used Assistant Chief Ahart as a chew toy for a little bit. We had a very nice turnout. People asked a lot of great questions, and we'd like to see that continue in the future. Our next Neighborhood Watch meeting will be Monday the 24th, right back up here at Village Hall at 6:30 p.m. And I'd also like to announce that this Friday will be the 4th annual Special Olympics golf outing, which is being co-sponsored by the Heights and Peoria Police Departments. It's a shotgun start at Quail Meadows at 12 p.m. Registration starts, and there'll be a 1 p.m. tee time. If anyone is interested, you can still sponsor a hole as a business. There's different packages available, and they're still accepting foursomes as well. It's $260 for a 4-person team. If you'd like more information, please contact Deputy Chief Ahart at 888-848-3461, or in Peoria, you can contact Officer Elizabeth Blair at 360-4550. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Trustee Cumming. Any questions at all regarding the police department? All right, thank you again. We'll move now to building maintenance with Trustee Gett.
Thank you, Mary Ellen. I have nothing to report at this time.
Okay, thank you, and then we'll close out with the fire department, Trustee Gett. Nothing tonight?
Nothing tonight.
Okay. Thank you again. Which brings us now to comments from the audience. If anybody in the audience has anything to ask, please come up to the village lectern. And Jen, anything? Anything on your mind? Okay, we thank you for attending. No old business tonight, so we'll go to new business. And first up will be a pay request number 6 for the water main, and that will be presented by Trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. This is our final pay request. It's pay request number 6, and it's payable to Walker Excavating Company Incorporated. I make a motion we approve payment to Walker Excavating Company Incorporated for $60,869.67.
Have a motion from Trustee Harn,
Second.
second from Trustee Cumming. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Now, this is our big water main, the final pay on that one, right? The one going up
Correct.
the hill?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I should have told a little bit
No, that's
about it.
okay. No, it's,
But yeah, it's for the big water main. We're still waiting for some reimbursement, things like that from the state. But as far as everything else goes, they'll be done. Our next change order, I'll explain that a little bit on the next line item that I have. And it almost looks like we're paying it out, but we're not. We're going to be adjusting the next line item.
okay.
And that's how we arrived at the number we're at now. But yeah, this is our final payout on the big water main, and where they repaved this part of the street, and all kinds of work was done. There was a lot, new water pumps, rebuilds on some of the other water pumps, just all kinds of work. Bob could talk about it for a half an hour if we'd like him to.
That's okay, we'll just keep going. Okay, any questions or comments from the board? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the contractor's pay request number 6 to Walker Excavating Company in the amount of $60,869.67 as outlined by Trustee Harn. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter? Aye. Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the pay request number 6 to Walker Excavating Company for the main water main through the village in the amount of $60,869.67. We'll move on now to what Trustee Harn was talking about in change order number 4.
Thank you again. Yeah, this is change order number 4 for the water main. What we have here is we had a quantities adjustment. They used less quantities than they had estimated. So this was a refund of $6,470.61, and it has already been factored in, and that's how we arrived at our total of $60,869.67. But we have to put this in front of the board and vote on it to accept the refund. So I make a motion, we approve change order number 4 for the water main contract in the amount of $6,470.61.
We have a motion from Trustee Harn,
Second.
second from Trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of change order number 4 in regards to a refund in the amount of $6,470.61 in our water main contract. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter? Aye. Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0,
Yes.
the board has approved change order number 4 as outlined by Trustee Harn. Next order of new business tonight concerns a request to purchase handheld meter reading equipment, and that will be presented by Trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. Our supplier of radio transmitters has changed to double output units, and the old handheld output units won't read them. The newer transmitters are cheaper than the old ones, and we need to change the handheld readers to keep up with the changing technologies. So I make a motion, we approve. This is for 2 readers. and the total is $11,600. I make a motion, we approve payment for the 2 new handheld readers.
Have a motion from trustee Harn,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval for the purchase of 2 handheld readers for the water meter reading in the amount of $11,600. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn,
Aye.
Trustee Carter,
Aye.
Trustee Reichert,
Aye.
Trustee Gett,
Aye.
Trustee Cumming,
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the purchase of the new readers as outlined by trustee Harn. Next order of new business tonight is an authorization to go out for bids regarding a proposed improvement at Montclair and Park Place in the Heights. That will be presented by trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. The engineering has already been done on this work, and we went out for bids earlier this year, and we are just going to go and rebid. So I make a motion, we approve going back out for rebid for the Montclair and Park Place street improvements.
I have a motion from trustee Harn,
Second.
second from trustee Gett. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval to go out for rebid on the proposed Montclair and Park Place street improvements. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn,
Aye.
Trustee Carter,
Aye.
Trustee Reichert,
Aye.
Trustee Gett,
Aye.
Trustee Cumming,
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved going out for rebid on the Montclair and Park Place proposed improvements. Close out new business with a request to approve some vestibule lighting here in Village Hall, and that will be presented by trustee Gett.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. We have a order here from Edwards Electric to light up the vestibule by the old dispatch area. He will labor and materials to install LED flood fixture and vestibule on a motion sensor, install a motion sensor on the stairway landing, and another motion sensor at the bottom of the stairwell. Install new LED bulbs on 3 existing sections of track lighting in these areas. Install 1 4-foot surface mount fluorescent strip at bottom of stairs to replace existing wall sconce. Replace fluorescent bulb and existing cylinder fixture at high ceiling. This just makes so we don't have to have switches, people can't turn off the lights. You walk in, it'll light it up, and it's just a matter of safety. So at this time, I would like to make a motion to approve Edwards Electric, $2,729.
I have a motion from trustee Gett,
Second.
second from trustee Cumming. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes?
I know that the LED lights are a little more expensive, but, you know, with the time that they'll last, you know, the juice is worth the squeeze, so to speak, on the additional cost. So it should, I know it says here it'll last us about 6 years, and, you know, we've had them in our office for a while and gotten a great utility out of them.
Good. Any other questions or comments from the board? All right. Once again, this is for board approval of the proposal from Edwards Electric to install the LED lighting in the vestibule here at Village Hall in the amount of $2,729. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn,
Aye.
Trustee Carter, Trustee Reichert, Trustee Gett,
Aye.
Trustee Cumming,
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the bid from Edwards Electric in the amount of $2,729 for the LED lighting installation, the vestibule here at the hall. Which brings us now to the treasurer's report, and that will be read by our village clerk, Shauna Musselman.
Okay, this is the expenditures in the village and waterworks funds as approved by the departmental committee on August 29th. The general fund expenditures are $287,472.44. MFT expenditures are $45,928.61. For total expenditures in the village accounts of $333,401.05. And the waterworks expenditures for the same time period are $95,268.81.
Okay, any questions or comments from the board? Okay, we need a motion for approval to pay the bills.
I make a motion, we pay the bills.
I have a motion from trustee Harn,
Second.
second from trustee Carter. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the payment of the bills as listed. I want to remind everybody, the next departmental committee meeting will be held Tuesday, September 25th at 6:30 PM. Next Board of Trustees meeting will be held Tuesday, September 18th at 6:30 PM. Is there any other business to come before the board this evening?
I move to adjourn.
I have a motion from trustee Gett,
Second.
second from trustee Carter. All those in favor of adjourning the meeting at this time, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it. Meeting is now adjourned, and we thank Jen for attending.